you share with us when did you start training Jiu-Jitsu and why, or if anybody motivated you?
I started training Jiu-Jitsu when I was 14 years old. It was my 14th birthday present from my family, and I never stopped since. For me, I was a big UFC fan as a kid, growing up watching the old UFCs. Royce Gracie was one of my heroes, and I knew Jiu-Jitsu was something I really wanted to learn. So that was my main motivation. And I started fighting when I was 18, so Jiu-Jitsu was a big part of that for me.
All right, we're talking about Jiu-Jitsu. What are your thoughts about old school Jiu-Jitsu and new school Jiu-Jitsu?
I think my upbringing in Jiu-Jitsu has always been from an old school mindset. My professor, Jeff Curran, very old school MMA pioneer. His way of learning Jiu-Jitsu from Pedro Sauer was very traditional, and it's in a context of self-defense and what works in real life instead of just for a sport application. With that said, I love sport Jiu-Jitsu. I think it's beautiful, and I love the play of sport Jiu-Jitsu. But I'll never forget kind of my roots and what I train Jiu-Jitsu for, which is to make sure that I can stay safe, right, in a fight scenario.
What about MMA Jiu-Jitsu, competition Jiu-Jitsu, and self-defense Jiu-Jitsu? What are your thoughts?
So all three of those are, in my opinion, all valid, and they have their own uses and reasons why you should do them. Me personally, I love mixed martial arts. Is why I started Jiu-Jitsu. I wanted to compete. I wanted to fight. So with that said, there are certain things about competition Jiu-Jitsu that maybe aren't the most accessible or practical for MMA. Same thing with self-defense. But I think all three of these kind of pillars of Jiu-Jitsu are things that you can focus on and learn from. I love everything. I'd rather be a well-rounded Jiu-Jitsu practitioner than someone who just focuses on one part of Jiu-Jitsu.
If you had to give a message to new practitioners so they could get motivated to start, what would you tell them?
Motivated to start, I would say that for me, I think the most motivating thing, if I can just think for myself, what motivates me to start something like this, a big journey like Jiu-Jitsu, because it's not a short route. It's not something you do for a year and you're good at and you're done. It's a lifetime. It is just the journey itself being what's enjoyable, right? Meeting new people and doing things like this. The journey is what's most important instead of the destination, which I think a lot of people just think about the black belt or competition, and they're just thinking about the destination. And I would say to be motivated, to try to motivate people for the journey of Jiu-Jitsu. Every day, coming to practice, getting a workout, learning new things. This is all that's really the prize instead of the destination.
Can you give a message to the new generation?
My message would be just to enjoy the journey, right? So just start. Right? No matter what age, if you're young, if you're old, if you just start Jiu-Jitsu, if you never quit, you will become a black belt. Right? And the road to black belt is really what's enjoyable. Thanks, We Love BJJ. I want to thank everyone who's ever taught me Jiu-Jitsu, right? My professor Jeff Curran, Pedro Sauer, every black belt who I've had the privilege of sharing the mat with. Jiu-Jitsu is my life, and I'm so grateful to be here.